Monthly specials to talk about. Next up, we're going to talk about something that we very rarely get to focus on. It's methyl folate 1000, the active form of B9 folic acid that's going to support your body's most vital organs and systems. We have it available in a 30, a 60, a 120, or a 240 count. So we have all the sizes here for you, and check out how affordable this amazing product is. 240 capsules for a mere $34.90. That's for your largest choice. So this will be interesting, Andrew. Let's talk about methyl folate 1000.
Well, methyl folate is this is sort of now the public service announcement part of this broadcast because we all need to know that regular folic acid is not the way we should be delivering folate or folic acid.
Okay.
Folic acid is something that, unfortunately, it's in fortified breads and things like that. All of my multivitamins do not contain folic acid. They contain 5-MTHF. 5-MTHF, 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate, sounds really complicated. But if you look in your body at the form your body uses, it uses 5-MTHF. And a lot of us, in fact, probably about 40% of us, including me, I cannot convert folic acid into 5-MTHF. So anything I take just kind of builds up as folic acid, doesn't deliver its benefits, and actually has negative consequences. So the only form of folic acid that should be delivered in a supplement is 5-MTHF. Yes, that goes for my entire product line. It's the only thing we use. But I would say conservatively, 99.9% of the multivitamins you see in stores and online, they deliver ordinary folic acid, which is the wrong way to deliver this ingredient. So even though if you take my multivitamins, you're all good, most folks don't take my multivitamins out there in the world, sort of a well-kept secret. So and I take, in addition to my multivitamin, I take 1 capsule of this a day. It's so important. And it's the only way we rebalance the books when it comes to the folic acid source. So 5-MTHF, that is the active form, the form your body uses when folic acid goes to work. And it goes to work in a multitude of chemical reactions in our body. It's incredibly important for cardiovascular health and all of the systems, brain health. So it's the only form of folic acid you want. I think I'm the only company in the world. It's the only form of folic acid we use. And it's based on the science, based on the medicine. It's sadly ignored. But hopefully, the more I talk about it, the more things will change.
Right.
But it's that critical an ingredient.
Why do you think that is? I mean, why do you think that this is being ignored?
Why is it ignored?
Yeah.
It probably ends up being at least 100 or 1,000 times, I don't know, more expensive than ordinary folic acid.
I see.
Ordinary folic acid is a commodity that, again, most people don't use all that easily or readily. It has all sorts of issues associated with it. And again, people like me, which is probably 40% of America's population, can't use regular folic acid at all. But everyone, 100% of the population can use 5-MTHF and use it perfectly. That's why it's the only form that should be used and should be offered, and it's sad that expense interferes. And I'm the only person taking the time, energy, and effort to try to educate folks about the difference. I've been doing it for probably 15 years with my multivitamins ever since this became available. So you've heard me talk about it with all my multivitamins, and now we need to talk about it as a separate ingredient because the world can't be deprived of this, and also because fortified foods use regular folic acid. You basically need to counterbalance that, so you need the 5-MTHF to counterbalance that.
Interesting. Well, I want to show you again a 30, 60, 120, or 240 size. It's so affordable. If you take 1 a day, you get 240 days worth for a mere $34.90. And you'll notice the 120 for what? $5 less. $5 less than where the price will be for the 120. We are doubling that today as a very special monthly special.
Well, and I have to, when I first got my hands on this ingredient, it was $50,000 a kilo.
Wow.
Or say $20,000 a pound. So to think that we can offer 1,000 micrograms of this ingredient and do so at a price which is best described as basically a little more than $0.10 a capsule, I never would have dreamed possible. And even if you're taking my multivitamins, but certainly if you're not, this is something we must be taking. Like vitamin D, we must make sure that we're getting 5-MTHF. It's something that is not readily available from our diet, and unfortunately, many of us can't produce it, and unfortunately, that means we go without its benefits.
Amazing. It is the monthly special, girls and guys out there, for September. You're getting the first look at it right now. If you'd like to order yours, you choose the size you'd like, a 40, a 60, a 120, a 240. So affordable, so beneficial. I mean, my goodness, we probably, when we get into the month and Andrew comes for his visit, I'm sure we'll be able to talk in more detail about it. But right now, if you'd like to get first look and first dibs, by all means, give us a call. We have one more September monthly special you want to share with all of you. And this is another